Heyo, what is up guys? Baby Beluga here, and today we are going to talk about the new Pokemon Go update with the new gym rework and the new raid system. So let's get right into it. Let's go over what's new in the game and how you guys can prepare for all these new features. Raids are a new feature where an egg appears on a gym and you use a raid pass in order to participate in fighting the Pokemon. You can find nearby raids by swiping left on the nearby tab and seeing what's around you. So I believe in this picture here, you can see all the raids in this person's nearby area, and you could go to whichever one you would want to fight. Okay, so how raids kind of work. First, you need to find one, and unfortunately for the time being, they're only available for players level 35 and above. There's a lot of glitches in the game already for this update, so it's most likely just a beta test just to find all the glitches and fix it before it's released for everyone. So sit tight if you're not level 35. I'm not level 35 either, so we're just going to go over the basics. But if you're level 35 and you need a raid pass, you can just get it by swiping a gym. So a raid Pokemon is a much higher CP than normal, and if you manage to beat it, you get a few rewards, such as this. You can get revives, you can get rare candy, which if you give to a Pokemon, it can give you more of that Pokemon's candy. You could get a golden raspberry, which greatly increases your chance of catching a Pokemon you counter in the wild. It also fully recovers a motivation meter on your Pokemon in a gym. And you can also get TMs now. So there's two types of TMs. There's a fast attack and a charge attack. So I'm guessing if you give it to your Pokemon, they get a brand new attack move, which is perfect for all those people that wasted their 400 candies on Gyarados and got crappy moves. And you get Premier Balls. So if you do manage to beat them, you would get these rewards, and you also have a possibility of catching it. You can only catch it with the Premier Balls, and you only have a certain amount of them for each raid you defeat. So you can imagine for the more harder Pokemon like Tyranitar and Dragonite, Blissey, it's probably going to be a lot harder to catch. So you want to stock up on those Premier Balls every time you beat a raid. Maybe if you find a raid Pokemon that's not that great, you skip out on trying to catch it so you save the balls for someone a lot better than maybe the next day. I'm going to imagine sometime next week or so, everyone's going to be able to participate in raids. Again, they're probably just working out the glitches right now before they do a whole release for everyone. But yeah, so far the raids look awesome. I cannot wait to start playing it. No complaints yet. I don't see any problems with it. The only thing I can imagine is maybe that it's going to be a lot easier to get kind of, I'll say, the uber Pokemon like Dragonite, Tyranitar, and Blissey. You know, a lot of people spend a lot of time trying to get those guys, and now it's going to be a lot easier. It's a way to keep players playing, so I don't think it's going to be a bad thing at all. Okay, so the next part of the update is the gym rework. So let's talk about some of the new features. When you first click on the gym, you'll notice a couple of new things. One, there's no more swiping left or right to see who's in the gym. The maximum amount of players that can be in there are 6 now, and order doesn't matter. So whoever put their Pokemon in first would be the first person you fight. There's also no more prestiging gyms. For instance, if Team Mystic puts a Pokemon in, then 5 other slots will be open, and you don't need to prestige it to put any more Pokemon into it. It also runs off something called momentum. So momentum, it's based on your CP of your Pokemon. Over time, the momentum goes down, so your CP on your Pokemon goes down. And if you want to higher that momentum, higher the CP, you would have to feed it a berry. And other players are actually reporting that if they feed another Pokemon a berry, they sometimes have a chance of getting their candies. So if you feed your partner's Dragonite, there's a possibility you could get a Dratini candy. You'll also notice another cool feature in the bottom right. If you're within distance and click this button, you can spin the actual gym, and that's how you get your raid passes. And I imagine if they're going to make any new items, this is how you're going to get it as well. Possibly the rare candy item, you might be able to get this, or that's only from defeating a raid Pokemon, but we'll see. Also, one of the biggest things that's happened is there's no more collecting coins. You get coins as your Pokemon returns to your player. So I believe they said you get 1 coin per hour your Pokemon is defending a gym, and it's still maxed out at 100 coins a day. So it might be a little harder to collect coins now. In a lot of areas, gyms are really competitive. Your Pokemon might not last a full hour. So for 1 coin an hour, it might get tough in some areas. They also updated the bag items, so you can now upgrade to a maximum of 1,500 spaces. So yeah, proceding and training are no more. You can only put a maximum of 6 Pokemon in a gym instead of 10. And battling the gym will follow the order where the Pokemon were assigned. So the first person who put the Pokemon in would be the first person you battle. And all 6 Pokemon must be different. So they can't be the same. So you're not going to find any more gyms that are full of Blissey's or full of Dragonites. Which is good and bad. Sometimes when you play a team that's full of Dragonites, you just bring a couple Lapresses and you could easily take it down. But it does bring kind of a unique sense to it, so it could be fun. The only way you can collect your coin is once your Pokemon returns to you, so you'll get a message saying your Pokemon fought a hard battle and now it is returned. And if it lasts at least an hour, you'll get 1 coin for it. So overall, I really like the new battling system. You can see I'm kind of playing it now. It reminds me a lot like the games. It's getting the old game vibe. I love the beginning screen where it shows how many battles you won with that Pokemon you're using. It just looks fantastic. But overall, I really like the new battling system. It's a lot better than the old one. You are going to battle the same guy more often than you did in the past one. But, you know, as you beat him over time, his CP gets lower, so it's not as hard. It's actually, I would consider this a lot more easier than the last battling system, which could be good, could be bad. Only time's going to be able to tell. I'm sure they're going to still rework it as we go along. Overall, I think their idea was they don't want to have the same players in the gym all the time, and this system kind of kicks out the players after they've been in there too long, which they're going for. They want people to continue playing and continue collecting coins every day. So you can't just leave your Pokemon in a gym because over time the momentum will go down and you would have to go back to put them back in. I love the update. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you think they could have done something better? Are you excited for raids? Because I know I Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you in the next one.